Hey!
Hello! Are we live?
We're
Can we have some acknowledgement that we are indeed live? If we are, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And together we are
Those vegan guys.
And this is what we look like in our scrags. We both had showers tonight and put our comfy clothes back on. No trying to sell you merch, although it would be lovely if you bought some. It's always linked down below. Just like, let's get our causes on.
Yeah.
And I've made a curry tonight. I'll show you a little bit closer. I've made spinach and chickpea curry. So I actually started off with a chopped onion and 2 chopped carrots in the pan. I cooked my chickpeas separately. I bought 2 bags from Sainsbury's today and did half a bag in the Instant Pot. 35 minutes in your Instant Pot. You don't have to soak them. Just get them in there. And then I did the chickpeas and my curry paste recipe, which changes every time but is on the channel. And a can of coconut milk. And the rice has got a little bit of chicken salt and some turmeric in it. The salad is just mixed leaves and 2 baby plum tomatoes with a squeeze of lime juice. And then here we have a crunchy red onion raita. Because as I said, Jason doesn't like the cucumber. So I wanted some crunch and some yogurty, minty goodness. Just Alpro, plain yogurt, mint sauce, and a chopped red onion. That's it.
Fabulous.
I'm dying to try this curry.
I'm a lucky guy. Aren't I a lucky guy? Do you know what I mean? Welcome one and all. Anyway, now the important stuff is out of the way, is actually letting you know right off the get-go what we're actually eating, because that's an important thing. But welcome one and all. Welcome our wonderful mods who
God, I'm good.
Are almost always here, and it's greatly appreciated.
Do you know, I own almost every night what a good cook I am, and I'm owning it more and more and more. No, I'm a really good cook.
Yeah. I know.
I cook for my own belly. That's what it is.
Yes, Ashley and Leanne. Sorry, I got sidetracked.
I like her food.
I think we've got a couple of people who this may be their first live. So if this is your first live, thanks for being here. But thank you all for being here. I think Angarad just said how lovely the food looks. Sounds delicious. Hope you both enjoy. And Tom's in the house. Oh, it's packed. We've already got 93 in the house, so I'm gonna.
For those of you that don't know, by the way, a mukbang isn't what Nikocado Avocado does. Bless his soul. I hope he finds himself again one day.
Yeah.
And comes back to normality. But when you're getting rich from acting like that off YouTube and you've got no shame, whatevs. A mukbang is actually an eating show, and we were inspired to do mukbangs by watching Cheap Lazy Vegan do them, which is to just sit with a bunch of gorgeous food, talking to your friends, having a chat and enjoying your dinner. And we do this every 3 weeks. We do 1 live a week. Saturday, Friday, Sunday. Saturday, Friday, Sunday. It goes in that order. So next week will be Friday in the lounge, 9 p.m. Sometimes Jason finishes with a song. Sometimes we both do.
Sometimes we sing together. It depends what the song is, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
We did a lovely rendition one time of was it Saltwater?
Yes.
That was a nice little duet we did. And didn't we do Creep as well?
Probably.
I think we did Creep. Yeah. So yeah, as Paul says, you know what? We were so eager to dive in. I've not even introduced the wine.
Ah, yes, and I would love. And I've got some.
Thumbs up, people, if you're enjoying the live stream so far. I understand and appreciate it's bizarre.
Lime pickle.
I'm asking you to thumbs up alive when essentially we're sat here stuffing our faces. But it does genuinely help. And the biggest thing for 2023 is we want to get the down-to-earth vegan message out to as many people as possible. So the thumbs up really does help. Adam, thank you, good sir, for kicking that one off in the chat and encouraging. And also Jane, and if there's anybody else that I've missed. Yeah, so wine.
Yes.
The wine is
South. Do you want to show it?
I'm going to in a second. I had to look what it was. It's South African Pinot Noir
from Aldi.
I think it was about a £5,
Yeah.
give or take.
They're always gorgeous bottles and all that.
Clearly marked vegan.
Clearly marked vegan. As many wines in Aldi are. Thank you.
Ta. Lovely. Thank you very much. Ah, delightful.
So the curry paste tonight, because like I say, it varies every time, but this was 1 big tomato, 1 small onion, a really good sizable chunk of ginger, probably about 2 thumbs. Yeah, about 2 thumbs. 6 pieces of garlic, some tomato puree with garlic, about 3 tablespoons of hot curry powder, some garam masala, some cumin, some coriander, all the powdered versions, some extra garlic, some dried garlic, a splash of water, and I did it in the NutriBullet. And then that went in with the carrots and the onions. Then I added the can of coconut milk, then just a load of chickpeas, basically straight from the Instant Pot into there. And probably a full bag of spinach has gone in here, to be honest. So it's really carrot, onion, chickpea and spinach. But the carrot and onion have pretty much disintegrated into the sauce. The sauce. Oh, and 1 Scotch bonnet in the paste.
It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Really, really nice. But yeah, it's that thing, isn't it, with spinach? Like I don't cook, as many of you know, but I do know that spinach basically starts off like that and ends up like that, doesn't it? Yes. I think Michael asked before.
It's beautiful.
Michael, I think you asked before, didn't you, earlier on in the chat, if we were going to be having wine, and we had a little chuckle. So it was like, it's a given. It's a standard.
Mike, I think it was an ironic question.
It could have been.
Michael knows us very well.
Ashley was looking forward to Chippy tonight, but has had a bath now, so can't be bothered going out. Now I have no idea what to have. And it's ticking on, isn't it, Ashley? Time-wise. I know that doesn't matter to a lot of people, you know, what time they eat and that, but yeah. Well, I hope you come up with something nice to eat. I just scroll down to the bottom now. Of course, as is often the format.
Somebody just mentioned a lime chutney though.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that.
I never.
Hang on.
I saw it shoot past.
Nick,
try the.
Sorry.
What? Gitas.
Try the Gitas lime chutney, Paul. It's gorgeous. So much nicer than the Pataks.
Where from, Nix? Where would I get that from?
Can you remember where we got the naan breads from?
Leicester Bakery, Iceland.
Iceland. Beardy Run, UK, Iceland.
Yeah, the plain and the garlic and Leicester Bakery, the company's called. Vegan approved, massive symbol right on the front. But you can also get vegan ones in Farm Foods. Only one. It was the garlic and coriander one that was vegan and the plain one wasn't.
Yeah, I think
weird. So. And you can pick them up in Asda. They're always in Asda as well.
Yeah, I'll try a bit of this. Now we've been talking about naan, I've got to try some. Oh yeah,
have some of this crunchy yogurt on me salad. Oh, you dirty Paul.
Thank you everybody for the thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. Following up, Ashley's put some pizza and chips in for Tom though, so Tom won't starve.
This rice is right fluffy tonight.
Marco's question has prompted me to say, if we miss any questions whilst we're stuffing our faces, if you're not aware, we do segue and have a bit of chill time after we've eaten. So if we miss any questions, do feel free to pop your question in the chat again if you do a copy paste job.
Marco, we did an Aldi vlog yesterday. It's a postcode lottery, isn't it? Our local has still got chicken style roasting joints and beef style roasting joints in there, and there were loads of them. That's the Failsworth Aldi. I think Sainsbury's still do one, don't they?
I think they do.
However, Marco, I'll tell you what are nice, they're meatless farm chicken breasts, non-chicken breasts. Depending on how many you're cooking for, if it's just 2, one of them each roasted with a bit of flavouring rubbed into it. Oh, they are nice.
So there you go.
And as always, when I make a curry, by the way, I always do a pan of curry big enough for 2 meals. First night we invariably have it with rice and naan. Second night usually we have it with some oven chips done in the air fryer. Truth be known.
There's a rather hefty bit of salad.
It seemed it.
Lovely. I think the spicing's really good as well. I think the heat level is just at a good
One
point.
Scotch bonnet is perfect for us in a curry.
Yeah.
Or a noodle soup, as we've discovered.
Jenny says, Jason, you never put weight on with all your lovely Paul's cooking. I know. It's genetics, plain and simple. I may look hell. I say this to many people. I've lived with that
for 25 years and I'm the drag queen.
It's an annoyance to many people.
It's rude, is what it is.
It's rude. It's annoying to many. But what I often say to people is, I may look healthy on the outside, but I'm rotting on the inside. So, you know, it's only one picture, isn't it?
The picture of Jason Bromley in the attic.
And Charel says, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Charel or Charel, bloody love you guys. Me and my partner have been vegan now since November the 9th, 2022.
Amazing.
Came across your channel and you helped me so much with the shopping ideas / alternatives. Love watching your vlogs. Kiss, kiss.
Oh, nice one. See, this is why we do them. Because, you know, I'd have watched the shiz out of our channel if it were around when we first went vegan. I'd have been like, that Paul gets on my nerves a bit, but that Jason's cute. And it's good information.
Following up, Nix says, Sainsbury's and Tesco does it. That chutney that we're talking about.
Nice one, Nix.
Right.
Oh, yeah. All of the yes.
Ashley.
Can we get to 100 likes?
Oh, that'd be awesome. 140 in the house. And thank you all for being
love it
here.
if you gave the video a thumbs up. 2 people just have. Cheers to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Ashley says, Jenny, Jason is one of those people. Yes. Yes. The vegan vlogger. I'm having the cheese flan you made and chips. So please, I made it with my poorly hands. Thank you. I'm so proud of myself. It's lovely. Well, excellent. Bravo you. Most definitely. Oh, it just jumped. Where's my marker? Oh yeah, good point. Good question, Chozza. Chozza says, how was the proudly vegan wine? It was lovely.
Oh, it was really nice.
Proper nice. Yeah. And this is lovely.
Are you having some of this chip?
I am gonna. Most definitely. Yeah, this is lovely as well. This is really nice. I am fond of a Pinot Noir though. Not that I'm an expert. I'm not an expert by any means, but I know what I like when it comes to red wine.
And that's all you have to do. That's it with wine. What flavours do you enjoy? And you'll find the ones. We've always found that Pinot Noir, the peas we love, Pinot Noir and Pinotage.
Yes.
but we also like a Merlot and a Shiraz.
Yeah, I think actually we're both similar in this camp. We're not keen on woody wines.
No, Cabernet Sauvignon and
Massively, yeah. That'll be okay there, won't it? Yeah, I don't want to put too much on because I don't want the spice to be tamed too much. As we were on the subject of wine, and Michael is absolutely
101.
Hey, amazing in 15 minutes.
Everyone who's taken the time to like the video, thank you so much. It does say something to the YouTube robots, and it helps in some way.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. We were on the subject of wine, and Michael is absolutely right. He says Aldi's vegan-friendly wines are stupendously good for the price.
Aren't they though?
Yes. That is
why we always buy 6 or 8 when we go, don't we?
The feather in the Aldi cap is the consistency when it comes to their labelling on the wines and the quality.
And their cheap plant milks.
Yes. Yeah, very true. Very true. Laurie, I prefer the term slim as opposed to thin, but you know, either or. Dorcas is in the house. Dorcas, thank you for being here. And Arrow Games is in. There's a few names in the house this evening that I'm less familiar with. So as we said right at the start, if you're here for the first time, thank you for being here first and foremost. If you haven't already, please do consider giving the channel a subscribe and hit the notification bell because we upload pretty darn regularly, don't we?
We goddamn do.
That's always appreciated. So yeah, Dorcas is in the house. Welcome, Dorcas and Arrow Games. Arrow Games, good question. We haven't updated on this for a while, and we can touch on it most definitely. How is 10-10-10 going?
Very well.
It's going good. I would say.
Stop doing the bike, but that's only because my job involves a shitload of walking every day.
That's true.
But I would say we usually do 5 nights a week.
I was just about to say, we've sort of settled into a 5-2 split.
Yeah. So we have a little rest just so we can chill out. But otherwise, I do 60 sit-ups. How many do you do?
100.
Do you? I do 60. And we always do 30 press-ups in the kitchen together. So
yeah, well, we started off doing 20 press-ups, then we went to 25, and now we're at 30.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's good. It's steady. And of course,
it's exactly what it needs to be. It's a maintenance thing.
Yeah.
It's the bare minimum you should be doing.
I was going to say it's a minimum standard, isn't it? It's a minimum standard. And not that we are experts necessarily, but one thing that I think is pretty common knowledge is that your core strength, which obviously sit-ups help with that tremendously, your core strength is one of the main things that you want to keep as you go into your later years, because it affects mobility and balance and everything. So yeah, sit-ups, press-ups, it's the bare minimum.
They're the things to do.
Yes. But thank you for asking.
Are you doing it? And if you are, how's yours going?
Yeah. No, in all seriousness though, Ashley, I do know how lucky I am in terms of genetics, and I've become more aware of that as I've got older, in terms of just, you know, how much people struggle. Paul struggled himself over the years, my sister has struggled. So obviously, as we were growing up, it was always like, oh, Jason gets to eat whatever he wants, and I have to be really careful. So yeah, I can understand how that is frustrating to people sometimes. A bit of water, I think. Lovely. And a bit more naan, I think. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to approach this at a different angle. I need to get some I need to get an arc on this. I need to get a dipping arc. I know I could eat a piece of naan and then get a fork full of curry, and I tried that before,
They're
And
not worth
it just wasn't as satisfying as just being able to.
Oh, I get you completely. Mm.
Mm. Lovely. Proper nice. Where are we up to with the chat? Oh, you know what? I want to thank yous again. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. And I do think that's a genuine record on the channel. I don't think we've ever hit 100 thumbs up in 15 minutes before. It was 1520 something, I think it was. You're all awesome. Absolutely awesome.
I'm gonna have a bit more of that. I love the crunchy bits. The onion really make it. But it's not mild in the curry down.
Sandra's in the house. Sandra says, hi, Saturday nighters. Been out for lunch today. Had a vegan pie and chips on the Wirral.
Oh, nice.
Lovely. That sounds great, Sandra. Sheridan, thumbs up and done. Well done and thank you. That is awesome. Your dinner looks gorgeous. Had leftover chili today. Made crazy cake and buckwheat pancakes. All in the freezer for when desperate for something sweet. Excellent stuff. Excellent. Okay, we're actually not doing. Oh no, I thought we weren't doing too bad with the chat, but it's actually quite a lot. Quite a lot. Well, you know what? I'm enjoying this so much. I'm happy to take my time with it. To be perfectly honest, it's gorgeous. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely gorgeous. Right. Let's take a moment. Sharon. Hi guys, new subscriber. Love your channel. Just found you. Been catching up on all your videos. Food looks gorgeous.
Hey Sharon, welcome.
Welcome, Sharon, and thank you for sharing that. And that's what I love to read.
And thanks for the sub.
I love it. I'll be honest with you. I love it when I just randomly see a comment. As I always say, I pretty much see 99.9% of the comments. Paul does 99.9% of the responding to the comments. But I love it when I see a random comment on an old vlog that somebody's gone back and been like, oh,
yeah.
You know, gone down the TVG rabbit hole a little bit and found a few of our old vlogs and that. I love it when a random comment comes up. So thank you for going and looking back at our back catalogue, as it were. Mostly love of music, actually. Fair point.
Yeah, we've seen them in Ashton, but not in Oldham.
Yeah.
So it depends on the store, I think.
It's so random.
Our Ashton store is so much better than our Oldham store. You know, they told us why. They said something. Oh, because that's where they do online shops from. So, if you find out which of your Sainsbury's does the online shops, that's likely to be the one with them in.
Well, Karen, thank you for sharing that. That's lovely. I don't think I would have got through the last 13 months vegan without Paul and Jason's help. They made it so accessible. Oh, thank you for being here, Karen, as well. But that's lovely. Thank you for sharing. That's really nice. That's kind of what we want to try and do, like, all the time. Genuinely, that's what this is all about. Mags is in the house. Hi all, first time catching a live show. Excellent stuff. So yeah, I was right. And there's a few more people that have come in the last sort of 10, 15 minutes or so. Thanks guys for all the inspiring tips from someone who struggles at times with my vegan life. You know what, Mags? We all struggle from time to time. For us as established vegans now, like 9 years in, I think our struggle is kind of more the mental side than like struggling with like vegan food and stuff.
Pinch of salt. Eileen currently munching on a bag of Roundtree's pastels. Clearly marked vegan. much like our t-shirts that say clear them out vegan. Pinch yourself, Eileen won the recent draw for the Swizzle Suite. We sent them today, Eileen.
Yes, it was. We've had a fairly relaxed day today, but we've also had quite a productive day. You've cleared out some of the cupboards in the kitchen, aside from obviously getting all this sorted and making this. We've done a few bits and bobs, but one of the things we wanted to make sure to do today was to get that prize on its way. So it is on its way. You know, I'm hoping. I mean, it's in the lap of the gods now, isn't it? Let's be frank. You know, with Royal Mail in the UK at the moment, who knows? But hopefully you should have it soon, and we hope that you thoroughly enjoy it. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. There was 1%, maybe 5% of me that when we were doing showing the prize and the box with all the stuff in it, was like, I want that. But no, very, very happy. Yeah,
let's try and move down a bit again. Why did you go?
Just it's a question with a relatively simple answer, but it's definitely more an answer in your Beardy Run UK. Is that rice in the middle of the curry? If so, give me a lowdown on approach, please. I know curry next to the curry or curry on the rice. Mind blown.
I only do that when we're having salad as well, because it's just nice, isn't it, to put your rice in a little bowl, one of the little Chinese rice bowls, flatten it off, whack it right in the center, and then work around. Well, I know you do the same method when we're having our Chinese feast, but it goes on the side of the plate because everything builds around it from the side.
Oh, Tori, thank you for being here. Hi from Scotland. Absolutely love you guys. Loving my vegan journey. I've lost 7 pounds on the way, so very happy. The only
well done, girl.
Yes, well done indeed. The only vegan in my slimming class and determined to get them trying new things. Awesome, Tori. Awesome. It's all activism. And don't let anybody tell you anything otherwise. It's all activism in any way, shape or form that you can positively encourage someone to start switching stuff out and get onto this journey. Amazing. Laura is in the house, first timer. Hi.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Welcome.
Stephanie, good evening, you filthy pair. Nice. Thank you, Stephanie. Right, I'm going to scroll down a little bit now. And if we've missed anything, we shall come back. Do you want to answer that from Marco about OMAD? You want to touch on that? Because it's
I started again 2 weeks ago, and I just did 2 days each of those weeks. If this coming week, I'll either do 2 again or I'll step it up to 3. I'm in no major mad rush at the moment, and I know that the slower it comes off, the easier it is to keep off. So I lost 2 pounds in those 2 weeks. So yeah, the short answer is yes, but I'm graduating up again from it.
There you go.
Just so I don't, because you know, I had no qualms at Christmas. It didn't move, it was eaten. So I know I've got a bit of a battle, but it's going to be a fun one. Was last time. But it's been difficult because I work outside every day in the freezing cold. So there's been days where I've got to like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and at the local cafe I've just said, please just give me 2 toast.
Yeah.
Whereas normally I'd go until my evening meal, you know.
There's a lot of things that, like you said, there's a lot of things to factor in, isn't there? You know what I mean?
I have to wipe my nose, I'm sorry.
Arrow Games is doing full body workouts 2 times a week and going for walks every day. Sometimes goes to the gym just to do the exercise by it. Sounds like us, actually, Arrow. A few years back, we were kind of 3-4 times a week regular gym people. and we really kind of got into it, but it does kind of start to take over your life a little bit.
Well, it did with us.
So, and then Schmarona came along, and that kind of, you know, knocked it on the head, and we've kind of took a different direction now in terms of what we do with our health, you know. But whatever works for each individual person, I think. Leanne asks, what's in the yogurt? Think I missed that. Want to just recap briefly?
Very finely chopped red onion, plain yogurt, mint sauce. That's it. Very nice.
And Jenny says, Paul, walking is underrated. I was always slim when I walked all over. Yeah, very true. Very true, Jenny. Especially if you walk at the pace that we walk at, because we do generally tend to.
Especially when it's cold.
Yeah.
I use the pace to keep warm.
D Rabbit is in the house, made the live. Nice to do so after so many caught later. Nice to see yous. Thank you for being here.
Nice to see you too, love.
Yes. Adam has been hammering it at the allotment. I've certainly seen quite a few photos, and your polytunnel, mate, looked excellent. So yeah, you're well on your way. Getting close to being completed. Just need to build the roof system on the 3-bay compost heap. Awesome. You know what, mate? Putting me to shame. Because I was talking about a 3-bay composting area, but you know, it'll come. It'll come. I'm not rushing these things. But good for you. Absolutely. And I hope you have an awesome growing season as well.
Eat.
Yes. Right, I'm going to scroll down, find this. Laura, thank you so much for the super chat.
Laura, thank you, love.
Greatly appreciated. And
a
a little
bit more lime pickle.
Thank you. I'm going to do that now. Right.
Right, we're at the bottom of the chat now, just so you know.
Oh, that's great, Kate. Kate says, so nice to have some company with you guys, spending hours working on a period poverty in the Pacific Islands presentation. That's great. I'm going to say that again. Period poverty in the Pacific Islands presentation for next week. At least I have a TVG plus vegan sweeties to keep me going. That sounds great, Kate. That really does. And thank you for being here and being part of this community. Yeah, this has been cracking.
Period poverty doesn't sound so great, though. I hate the thought of people not being able to afford female sanitary products.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is why they should be free in all nations.
Something that we've started doing at work in the last 12 months, funnily enough.
Providing free sanitary.
Freely available in all the toilets.
Same at Mencap in Oldham that I go to quite often.
Yeah.
Always a huge range as well. Excellent.
Yeah. It's very important, obviously. Hugely important. Dorcas. Ooh, lime pickle, face puckering loveliness. Dorcas, I'll be honest.
Gorgeous.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan myself, to be honest with you. I don't.
I love it.
I'm just going to focus on eating for a minute, if you don't mind.
I would if I were you too. Yeah, so if anyone's asked us a question and we missed it, now we're at the bottom of the chat and we're letting it scroll naturally.
Anna, yeah. It's been a week since TVG Grub Club. Thanks again for that night. It's made me feel very welcome and really enjoyed myself. Said it in the vlog I made, but it was worth repeating. Indeed. It was lovely to meet you. And what a fabulous setting.
Laurie, how is Isis? She's very well, thank you.
She rarely makes an appearance.
Being ignorant as usual. That's nice.
She was being very demanding, sitting in her box about 20 minutes before we went live.
Yeah.
Just basically sitting in her box, looking back into the kitchen and occasionally meowing. Delightful.
Jozza, there's a whole story there, and it's on the channel over many different vlogs. We almost did open a vegan cafe, business registered, menu sorted, suppliers sorted, everything swinging along, and then Brexit happened, and it all got kiboshed by us. We were just like, nope.
I still think it was a very wise decision, to be honest. Beautiful. I'm gonna go for it.
Oh, we're using a fork. The only real way that you can eat, well, I know, because a lot of Indian people just eat with fingers. A lot of Pakistani people as well. Knowing that I used to work with when we went to the cafe, she always ate with fingers, always. I think you should only try to be respectful to the culture of food you're eating if you find it comfortable. And I only really find using utensils comfortable. I can eat chapatis and grab bits of food that way, but not okay. I have a real thing about stuff on my fingers. Have you ever seen me eat a floury bat? I have to rub my hands between each pickup. Can't stand it.
Oh, yeah. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Mr. Shins is in the house. Mr. Shins 92 says, "Hey guys." Hey, Mr. Shins. Excuse me. Thank you for being here. You know what? It probably isn't a long time, but it feels like it's been a while since we've had a curry. But I don't know. It's at least a couple of weeks, surely. Oh.
Glad you found some bargains, Jenny.
Oh yeah, nice one. Nice one. And Darius as well took a trip to Aldi after seeing your recent vlog. Bought some of the stuff you recommended. The prawn sandwich was delicious. Nice one. Good, good, good. It's nice to read about Aldi and it actually be somebody writing something where they're not disappointed in the lack of stock. So brilliant. Win-win.
Girl, I was hungry. Which is why I've stayed quiet for ages.
Proper tasty.
Sandra, we recommended some beers in yesterday's Aldi vlog. Did you see it? But Sainsbury's used to do one as well. I'm sure they still do in some stores. A 10-pack of little French lager bottles, clearly marked vegan. But if you want the good stuff, like an IPA, neck oil's an IPA, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's what you would technically class as an IPA.
Look for neck oil.
Oh, getting there. Nearly done. Excuse me. Mm. Mm.
Oh, Simone got a Try It vegan skincare and beauty product box from DM, a German drugstore chain. €29, but she's trying all kinds of bits.
Good stuff.
I love all bits.
Sandra, well worth checking out the Aldi vlog. It's less than half an hour. I think it's about 25 minutes, but we cover a lot in it, a lot of stuff. But that's the thing, it's a gamble. We've put it out there. You all know it's an absolute gamble, and it's even more of a gamble right now in like the first couple of weeks of February.
Yeah.
Which is why we said we're going to go back probably end of March and have another look when the dust has settled and see what will go on. Go on.
You can only do it.
Nice one. Dorcas. Got Nigel to watch The Shining for the first time last night because I have Dr. Sleep to watch. Is it worth a watch, Adam? We watched it. We liked it, didn't we?
We enjoyed it, yeah.
It was good. It's a long one.
It is long.
But I think it kept our attention. And Ewan McGregor is very good. He's very good.
Yes, I needed that. Not only was I very hungry, but as I said to Jason in Sainsbury's this afternoon, coming down with something. I'm off work all next week. Coming down with something.
Rubbish.
I felt it today in Sainsbury's. I sneezed about 6 times in a row last night, but that's not massively rare, especially after ISIS has been on my knee. But I sneezed about 6 times in a row, and then I came in the kitchen, sorted my face out, and I was like, oh, hang on. And then walking around Sainsbury's today, I got that weird, I've said it many times, I don't know what to call it. I get a funny feeling in my bones. Like my bones tingle. Kind of. And they tingled today in Sainsbury's. And I said to Jay, I felt it last night, but I'm pretty sure I've got something. I'm coming down with something.
Well, I hope this has helped a bit.
Well, that's why all this ginger and garlic and... Oh, no. Oh.
Really choked there.
May I have a spot more wine, please, Mr. B? Enjoyed that bit.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Mandy's got the flu. Feeling miserable.
Oh, no.
Mandy, I hope you're feeling better soon.
I'll pour these and then I'll start clearing up. I can get a bit more intimate, pull the camera a bit closer.
Oh, yes.
You can see up my nose, so it's awful.
It's always nice. Oh. And I've got a lovely last mouthful.
That's always good, isn't it?
Ah, delightful. Alex, good evening and thank you for being here.
You done with this, babes?
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, I should save that for tomorrow.
Oh, if you're just joining us, by the way, this is me just finishing off a lovely meal. Thank you.
I'm gonna start these sauces. We're not choosing to wash after.
Oh, well, Bruno, you've missed us stuffing our faces, or you might have just caught the last minute or two. Thank you for being here. I'm going to momentarily just do this. And then do this. There we go. Okay. So we gently segue into a slightly more relaxed part of the live stream. We have another glass of wine. We have a catch up. We make sure that we've not missed anything in the chat. And thumbs up are now at 150. You are all awesome. Thank you so much. Genuinely, thank you.
Put that to salt, James. Much easier, isn't it?
Yeah, nice one. Is that okay? You all right there?
Yeah. Oh, aye. Yeah. Hello, loves. Hello.
There we go.
Oh, I really enjoyed that. I really, really did enjoy that. That was lovely.
Yeah.
Do you know? And it's sometimes I was talking about this the other night. It's sometimes it's those little extra bits you do, isn't it? Like curry and rice and naan bread is regular for us. A little bit of a side salad with some lime juice squeezed on it, making a yogurt sauce to drip over it. Just those extra little elements elevate it and make it feel more like a meal out than a meal in.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Just like you've took the effort, you've made the
Elevation.
effort for yourself.
Elevation. Yeah.
I like making the effort for myself because I deserve it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a lesson we can all learn, isn't it? You know, it's important. Just going back to Bruno. Just finished my homemade butterbean curry and then one of Paul's chocolate cakes with the ganache topping and Swedish glacé ice cream. Full now.
Oh, amazing. I would love a butterbean curry, but Jason's not massively keen on the texture of butterbeans unless they're done with a la Gigantis. Like with a tomato sauce with loads of parsley and a little bit of dill.
I might not mind them so much in a curry. I might not mind them so much.
I might try that then because I love a butterbean.
It's mainly just when they're on their own, I don't like them.
Yeah, see, I can have, you know, the little tins of butter beans, one of them on toast with brown sauce. This is my mother's fault.
Eileen, you know what? We very rarely have pudding as such. We may have something sweet a bit later on, you know, when we're watching an episode of Star Trek Next Generation or something, or we're watching the second episode of The Last of Us, because we've dived in. We've watched the first episode. We dove in to the first episode of Last of Us last night.
Yes.
Yeah, very, very good.
Oh, we've been diddled, by the way.
Why have we been diddled?
Right, so let me tell you the story so that you don't fall for it too. And this is whilst I'm revealing it to my husband. So last night I was like, I really want to watch The Last of Us, Jay. And look, the Now app on the Fire Stick is £10 a month. And he was like, no, we can't be doing that. And I was like, Jay, it's $2.50 a week. We spend more than that on wine a day. And it's part of our enjoyment.
And I was like, well, we can cancel it in a couple of months if we want to anyway. So.
And I said, and look what's there, because it shows a lot of movies as well, doesn't it, on the Now app. Hang on a minute, where will I get there? So I went to sign up by watching The Last of Us, because I said, look, what's there? Jurassic Park Dominion, that cost us $4.99 to watch that. If we'd have had this, doesn't include movies.
Does it not?
It shows you the movies, and if you go for a movie, it says sign up $9.99 a month to Sky Cinema on the Now app. It's like cheeky buggers. So it's $9.99 just for like series.
So like I said, we'll watch The Last of Us and then we'll cancel it. That's what we'll do. That is what we will do. Took up some of Paul's wonderful cheese flan to Mum and Dad Brom the other night.
Joan had some. I don't know if she's had it yet, but I took her a slice down last night.
Yeah.
And I made a second one, by the way. I made a second one with more tofu, and it wasn't as good as the first one. It was good, just wasn't as good as the first one, was it? So
well, it's personal taste.
that ratio, I think, 400 grams of tofu and a full block of Cathedral City and a couple of small onions chopped up. That's the ratio.
I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so. Definitely. Oh, Sarah says, love butter beans on toast with brown sauce and black cracked pepper. You're well into that, aren't you? That's your thing. Butter beans on toast with brown sauce.
And cracked black pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Adam, we haven't got Sky. We have Virgin. So you don't get Sky Atlantic with Virgin.
No. Like I say, I mean, I'm really happy that we started watching it. And just from the first episode, it's obviously great. But I'm not beholden to... I think a lot of them rely on this. I think a lot of them rely on you signing up and then kind of forgetting because it's going out like on a direct debit payment or whatever. But once we get to the end of The Last of Us, I will quite happily cancel our subscription until season 2 comes out. You know,
Animals are innocent. Thank you so much.
Thank
you guys make the world a better place. And a lovely super chat. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Yes.
Beardy, I know I did a big post about it the other day. Did you not see it in the? I'm sure I put it in the community tab as well. I certainly put it in the community tab here. I put it on our Facebook page, and I put it on Twitter. A big long post about us two because I've just seen a horrific barrage of homophobia.
Oh yes.
Because of that episode 3, which we haven't seen yet. So I know that it contains a queer love story, and the amount of homophobia and how that episode has been voted down on some Rotten Tomatoes or somewhere,
right,
where the other 2 episodes have got like 9 out of 10 and it's down in the 3s, that one. And the backlash that Sam Smith got. Now Sam Smith is they are not trans, so it isn't transphobia as far as I'm concerned. Because they are they're non-binary. It's non-acceptance of non-binaryism. It's refusal to use pronouns.
Yeah.
It's getting really horrible about his weight and his looks and just like really, and you know, all of that is a part of homophobia.
Yeah.
So anyway, I did a big long post about it because I was really annoyed. And basically I was saying to anyone, if you've got any negative feelings towards Sam Smith or episode 3 of The Last of Us, unlike this page, unlike this channel, we've been together 25 years. We're a queer, visibly queer couple. You can't be homophobic, but like us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's also worth pointing out as well that with that, no, don't apologise, babes. It's worth pointing out on all of that Paul just said that actually there's another element, without getting too conspiratorial or anything about it, but we have to remind ourselves that those people, the haters, the people who hate, the people who are, you know, backwards in their thoughts when it comes to equality, I'm a blanket sweeping statement there. They are genuinely in the minority, but, and it's a huge but, they are very, very well organized and they have got access to technology, and a lot of the stuff is done via bots. It's not all human beings reacting and responding. It's the human beings using algorithms and using technology to make something blow up way bigger than it should ever be, because the homophobes and the bigots are still in the minority. We are the majority, and we need to keep standing up and fighting it. So thanks to Paul, and thanks to all of you that take a stand against horrible people. You know, it needs to be continued, unfortunately, for a bit longer. Adam asking about Twitter there. We do all right on Twitter. I mean, I don't think we really get a lot of negativity through Twitter, do we?
No, more anti-vegan stuff.
Yeah.
Than anything. Facebook and YouTube here is where we get the homophobia sometimes, but even that comes in waves.
Yeah.
So it's weird. The world's weird.
Joseph says episode 3 was my favourite so far. Very in keeping with the game. Excellent.
Well, we've
actually,
only seen episode 1.
Yeah, and we were talking about this just today. Actually, I haven't played the game, so I haven't got a reference point at all. Whereas obviously there's on Paramount there's the Halo series, which is in our watch list on Paramount. I did play the Halo games. I played a lot of the Halo games, so I am interested to see what the live action series is like. I've heard it's supposed to be quite good, so we will get to that at some point, I'm sure. Are we all caught up in the chat?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just to alleviate any concerns, by the way, whatever this is, it's not bad.
Oh, as in you.
I can already tell.
Yeah.
The fact that I've got that twinge this afternoon, I would be normally. Mind you, I've just had a bloody curry out full of fresh ginger and fresh garlic and fresh chili. So that my body's like, come on! All the little white blood cells are like, come, yeah! Running with their carrot swords. To battle the viruses.
Funny. Just going back to what we were chatting about before, Adam says, knuckle draggers, I call them, Jason. Yes. I just generally refer to them all as dinosaurs these days.
But do you know what's even worse sometimes? And I will try to say this without alluding to anything directly, but basically, whenever I post something, somebody will come along and, like, I could say, we've been working on this for 5 years and we haven't figured it out yet. And then someone will come along and say, oh, here's the answers that you're looking for, big long essay piece. And I'm like, yeah, okay, thank you for showing me who you are. Then I do something else like, I hate homophobia. It's terrible. And then someone will come along and say, you've worded that a bit wrongly. And then I read a quote, a stoic quote. There are 2 kinds of men. There are the men who say and do things. And then there are the men who come along afterwards and criticize. Don't be one of the latter. God, fair. It gets tiresome.
It's fair.
It gets so tiresome.
Yeah. I think just being pedantic in general is uncalled for 90% of the time. Like literally 90% of the time, it's like you're arguing semantics. There's a step back. There's a bigger picture to look at here, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, very true. That
is beautiful.
Is a very nice wine. Yes,
it's full-bodied. It's got a real wine tang to it, but the strongest element of it is fruit.
Yeah, it's got a lovely fruitiness.
Dark red berries, blueberry, red currant. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Always the same with Aldi though. They do some bloody cracking wine. Well, they sell some cracking wines. Is this the Estevez company?
No, this is Cambalala. Yeah, it's good stuff. Proper nice. Gonna have another one of them, I think, before we wrap up. I think one more glass might be in order.
Have you watched the documentary Mama's Boy?
Oh,
why does that name ring a
bell? The
name
does ring a bell. Are your phone's right there? I'm not 100% sure, but it does ring a bell, that title, Mama's Boy. Not sure, Tracy. Not sure, to be honest. Our lives are a little bit taken over with Star Trek at the moment. But as we mentioned before, we have been checking out a few other bits and bobs. Ashley says, I've been feeling under the weather this week, maybe because we were playing out in the rain and cold Saturday night. Maybe.
Cheers, Bearded Rum.
Nice one. Oh, it jumped.
It did, but only from there.
Oh, that's nice, Dorcas. I don't know. I didn't. Oh, are you just saying on a lighter note, just in general? Yeah. Paul, blew a kiss at Oakworth Station on your behalf today as we drove past.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you.
That's proper nice. Proper nice. We need to go back there this summer, don't we?
Yes, definitely. I'd still like to go on the train.
We got to plan it. Yeah, we need to do that. Definitely.
You can go on the train, can't you?
We should do that.
Have a bit of lunch, and surely they've got vegan options.
I think we could stealthily vlog. It.
Of course we could. Oh, thank you, Ashley, for answering why ISIS is called. Oh, and Leanne.
Bless yous both. You awesome folk. Alex tucking into a ActorReactor pizza.
Oh, Laura, I have to tell you, ISIS was named ISIS before the media started using IS, which they just found difficult to say because it stands for Islamic State. IS. So they made it into ISIS. They don't call themselves ISIS, they're terrorists.
No, they don't, do they?
And like they always say, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. The world is a messed up place. Palestinians always get the bad rap for what goes on with Israel, and it's like, isn't it? Are you watching what goes on with Israel and what they do? So I'm very pro-Palestinian, by the way.
Yeah, we both are, to be fair. Tracy, thanks. I had to just Google Dustin Lance Black, to be honest. I don't think we've seen it, so that might be one that we'll look out for, because he's obviously a very interesting and very talented person. So yeah, so Dustin Lance Black wrote the Harvey Milk film, and I think he's married to Tom Daley. The British Olympic diver.
Tom Daley.
Tom Daley. I could be wrong, but yeah.
No, we haven't seen Megan yet.
I'm not sure about Megan. I'll be honest with you. I've been seeing the trailer a couple of times now. There's parts of me that are like, oh, it looks really good. But then when she moves, I'm a bit like, I don't know, something grates with me a little bit. I can't put my finger on it, but we'll probably end up watching it at some point. We were talking just last night about the fact that there just aren't enough good horror films being made, full stop. It's one of our favorite genres, horror and sci-fi. And dare I say it, an awful lot that are being made are what I would call 7 out of 10 horror films. You know, where you watch them and you're like, it was all right. It just didn't, you know, it was okay. Where are we up to?
Let's see. Laurie, we don't. If she was here,
of course. Then of course,
I might lift her up and say, "Quick, say hello, quick." Yes. But I would never go and get her to show you she's not a commodity.
We don't parade our pussy.
She's a person, just like we are. So if she was here, but I won't go and fetch her.
Oh, Sarah, Bros.
Yeah,
Bros film on Amazon, great.
I've heard about it.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna spot one.
Oh, Marsha was incredible.
We watched a documentary about Marsha.
Marsha was incredible. Marsha was, for those of you that don't know, Marsha P. Norman was a black trans woman in New York when all the shit was kicking off. Around the time of Stonewall, before that, She was a powerful force, unafraid to speak, really unafraid to speak. So many rallies and marches and holding signs and refusing to back down. And yeah, she was found dead in the water. I hate that. Nobody knows what happened to her.
Yeah, sadly, like thousands, unfortunately.
I can't remember that sweet little girl's name either. That's in that documentary that we've watched about the New York scene and all the little blonde girl.
Mm-hmm.
And she got found strangled under a bed in a hotel.
Yeah, it's grim. Really grim. Really grim.
So cute. Any plans for the drone? Funnily enough, that out today.
Adam, it's like you're connected in some way, shape,
He thinks
or
he's
form.
us. He's not us.
I talk
He's a
about
bloody Bromley for us.
making compost malarkeys. Adam make compost malarkeys before even I make it. Now he's talking about the drone. I've had it out. So
He was asking Leanne before if she'd shortlisted restaurants for our TVG club. I'm like,
nice.
oh, okay.
Nice. Yeah, to basically cut a long story short, Doris has been out today. Firmware updates, checking all the systems are working, because the DJI Fly app on my phone, last time I tried to open it, nope. Computer says no.
Had a bit of a funny moment, didn't it? But you just
uninstalled it, reinstalled it. Anyway, everything's all updated and good and raring to go. So yeah. And to be honest with you, this summer,
if I don't wake up feeling like shit tomorrow, which I'm touch wood, I don't feel like I'm gonna, we'll be down at the allotment doing our first allotment vlog of the year.
Yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow.
I've got a lot of work to do.
But as I was going to say, I'd like to fly the drone in other places besides the allotment this summer.
Absolutely.
So, I've got to be a little bit careful with that. There are a lot of rules and regulations, and the rules and regulations continue to increase and get more difficult and more complicated in terms of what you can do, particularly with takeoff and landing. Once your drone's actually up in the air, it's not too much of a problem, except for planes and helicopters that you've got to be aware of and no-fly zones. But that's manageable. You've got to be careful where you're taking off and where you're landing, because you've obviously got to appreciate and respect people's privacy. So, if you're near houses, you've got to be a little bit careful about the distance and everything. There's a lot more to it, which is why I've got a license and why you've got to actually take it seriously. You've got to register with the Civil Aviation Authority, don't you know?
To fly a drone.
Okay.
Oh, Joseph, don't we all love?
Yes, indeed, Joseph. Indeed, yes. Maybe that's what it is, Ashley. Ashley says, is Megan more of a Mick take scary movie?
This is why I wanted to watch The Last of Us, because I'm a horror's my genre. I love horror. Love it, love it, love it. And everyone's been raving about this, and I was like, wow, I want to watch it. I want to watch it.
Yeah. And as Chozza says, horror isn't what it used to be.
Adam, when you see the trailer for Megan, it'll freak you out, especially when she does that borderline sexy dance in the corridor. I was just like, that's not right.
No.
That's not right, her doing that.
Maybe that's what stuck in me.
That's not right, her doing that.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, no, nope. You're right, Chozza. Horror. Things ain't what they used to be.
What did we watch the other night in terms of independent? And it was actually not too bad at all, although the acting was a little bit. That's Alaskan horror.
Oh,
Switchback.
Slashback.
Independent alien film about an invasion. Some tips of the hat to The Thing. And really nice to see underrepresented people from around the world on screen acting, and also women underrepresented on screen in sort of like action in an independent role. So But yeah, I'll be honest, my humble opinion, some of it was great, some of it was not so great, but still worth a watch to support it, you know. Nice.
Oh, that would be nice, Ashley.
Ashley, Sunday and Monday, I will keep everything crossed for you, because I know sometimes it's like, oh, we've got Sunday and Monday, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, now we haven't. But I hope for you both.
Fans coming up now and helping us to sort the allotment out. Please feel free.
To be fair, it's not that bad. Just a lot of clearing to do. It's a lot of clearing. That's all it is. Getting the beds prepped and having a right good tidy up. That's it. It won't take that long. Yeah, D-Rabbit, that's fair in terms of that.
Where are you up to, Mary Karen? We've only watched episode 1 so far, because we are currently, those of you that know, by the way, not so long back, we started at the very beginning of Voyager and watched it all again and loved every bloody flipping flaming minute of it, didn't we?
Yeah.
And now Jay was like, we've done that with Voyager, we should do that with TNG, the next generation, really. So we're on season 4. We've just started on season 4, haven't we? We're on season 4 of that at the moment. Season 1, nah.
No, first 5 episodes of
gets
season
okay.
1. Yeah.
Season 3 is where it starts to get outstanding, and it's not stopped yet.
Fair. True. Fair and true. Yes. So yeah, just on the subject of horror, just in general. Joan loves a good horror, and Leanne, I'm a horror fan, but I'm always so disappointed.
I think the last one I honestly watched and actually got scared, not, you know, I was like, oh my God, can you imagine if this was real? It's horrible. Because I like to suspend disbelief when I'm watching a horror film. It Follows. And before that, how long ago is this? Before that, it was Dawn of the Dead 2004 remake.
I'll tell you what was good. What I mean, it is horror. It's a type of horror. The latest Predator film that stuck with me, and I've forgotten what it's called, which is going to really annoy me. But that was superb.
Oh, the girl.
Yeah.
And the tribal people. Yeah, that was really, really good.
That was superb. I would happily watch that.
That was more like that was a psychological horror thriller, sci-fi.
Yeah, sci-fi horror thriller. Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it was good, that. That's the latest Predator film.
We weren't too upset with the with Jurassic World, Alex, but I guess it's personal preference.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't love it, but we were like, oh, nice to say goodbye.
Yeah, definitely. I think we let some other genres of film we might be less critical of and be like, yeah, and recommend it. That's a good film. I think when it comes to horror, because the market is saturated with 6 and 7 out of 10 horror films, even when people recommend a horror film to us, in the back of my mind, I'm like, are you recommending a 7 out of 10 horror film? Because we've watched 10 in the last 6 months. And I kind of get to the point sometimes where I'm like, the only way to watch a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 horror film is to watch a horror film that we've already watched and that we know, you know, or a classic. But then, does that make me old? Have I become one of those people? They don't make horror films like they used to. Take The Exorcist, for example. The original, the first, the classic Exorcist. Has that really been matched? I don't think it has. I don't think it has. The acting, the music, the cinematography, the script, the special effects. The vomit. I'll stop now.
Gross.
Leanne says, if I recommend a horror, you know it's 9 out of 10 at least. I don't recommend lightly. Thank you. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciated.
Yeah, I like some of the John, what's Italian giallos? Do you mean the shorts? And if so, do you remember La Cabina? Now that's scary. Translation, telephone box.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is.
It is.
When you first see it.
Yeah, it is.
When you very first see it, the telephone box was brilliant. Also known as La Cabina. The Railway Man. Horrible. With Denham Elliott.
Yeah, without a doubt. We've mentioned it before, haven't we?
Yeah.
See, and that's why horror is an well, that's why film in general is interesting, because Alex says, got a book of 1001 horror films to watch before you die. It Follows is in it, so I watched it about a year ago. Sorry, I hated it. No explanation, and didn't care for any of the characters.
See, now right, now here's the thing that you might not know about me yet, Alex, but I'm a sucker for a strong female lead. Make her blonde, and I'm all over that. I can so easily have myself identify as the strong female lead in a film. So in the film, I identified as the main character. I thought it was brilliant and horrifying. And there were moments in it that had me shook. Shooketh. I was shooketh.
Leanne.
But then you see, then I don't question because if you did that with anything, it's like, oh, this isn't possible. It's stupid. What's this? It has to be. That's why I suspend the disbelief. Whatever I'm being told is happening is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm seeing it through one of the character's eyes, I'm there.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just it. I think people, depending on your makeup, people will watch films with a different filter or a different lens. So some people will watch a film and draw from it something completely different to somebody else, and that's kind of stating the obvious. But I think for us, when we watch something, we're looking at like 100 different things.
Well, we don't go in with expectations.
No.
A lot of people go into a movie with high expectations of what they want from this film, and then when that isn't reached, they're like, "Oh, that was crap."
Well, that's often.
I'm not saying you, Alex.
That's often down to
general
the hype that's created, isn't it?
But I always go in like blank canvas. Okay, take me on the journey. Where we're going?
Yeah.
Ooh, strong female lead. Right, I'm with her. Blonde. I'm there.
Leanne reminded me it's Prey. The
yes,
yeah.
We really enjoyed that, didn't we? It was
because
really
it's brilliant
good film.
I defy anybody not to enjoy Prey, and I don't even necessarily think you need to be a fan of the Predator franchise.
No, it's standalone. It can stand alone, that one. Definitely.
I'm guessing, Ashley, you're not a fan of the Chucky films then, although at this stage, you know, they'd probably be considered comedy horror almost.
No worries, Lolly. Yeah, completely agree. It's body shaming is what it is with Sam Smith, and he's owning. Sorry, see,
there.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't need you to. That was a lovely chance for me to acknowledge that even we make mistakes all the time. They have the right to feel as fabulous as they want in whatever shape they're in, and I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
They're not here to make friends. And you know what I love about that video more than anything? Reusing what is often loser as lover. I need a lover. I was like, yes. Yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't mind me saying girl. So yes, girl. Isn't it good, John? The telephone box. Flanny as well. It's yeah, first time I saw it, freaked me right out. Do you know what proper freaked me out when I was a kid? Eraserhead. Still does. Joan, my mother is absolutely terrified of the original Wicker Man.
It's Edward Woodward.
Mhm.
Edward Woodward. You know what? Here's an embarrassing isn't an embarrassing revelation. I don't actually think I've seen the original Wicker Man. I don't think I've actually ever seen it from start to finish, all the way through. Oh, Alex, love Shaun of the Dead. Love it. Absolutely brilliant film. But it's, you know, it's a comedy horror, isn't it? But yeah, still love it. Angela, I used to read loads of horror books in my early teens. I was really into horror books, but I had a bit more time then to be able to get into them and read them. So less so now, really.
Adam's one of my favourite 80s horror films, the original Poltergeist.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just love it.
It's a classic.
But I have to say, it's one of the rare occasions where actually Poltergeist 2 was good. Oh, hang on. Or is it Poltergeist 3?
No, I think you're right.
The one where her grandma dies. No, oh yeah. One of them set in a high-rise building.
That's 3.
Rubbish.
3, that's 3, I'm sure.
Poltergeist. Is it Poltergeist 2 where her grandma dies and
God is in
His holy temple? Earthly thoughts be silent now. Where's your mom, little girl? I'll sing you a song till she comes back.
Horrible.
Oh, it's
horrible.
Terrifying.
Will and Chris, evening all, late to the party today. You're here. That's all that matters. Thank you for being here and hope you've had a lovely evening. Yes, hope you've had a lovely evening out doing, you know.
Angela, we don't read horror books because we don't read very many books at all.
I answered that before.
Oh. Right, well, let's go.
Yes. Ooh. Is that true, Joan? The Poltergeist films are supposed to be cursed because of all the tragic deaths.
She died, didn't she, the little girl?
Did she?
Yeah, she died at 12.
Okay. Awful.
Some kind of heart issue or something.
That's brilliant, Beardy. I was terrified of Fraggle Rock as a child. Bloody terrifying. Scary dog. Fraggles eating little people's homes. Big monsters that live next to a talking rubbish heap. Just not right. That's brilliant.
I changed the song to that. Let the music play. Where is for another day? Everyone is gay. Down at Fraggle Rock. Sorry.
It says, yeah, John, Wicker Man is pretty scary, Paul, but that's what I love about it. Also, the folk horror genre, which is one of my faves. Yeah, no, I get that. I think that's the original Wicker Man. I'm guessing is more in the style of like The Signalman, and it's old school, isn't it? It's old school horror.
Victoria, we watched Men on Amazon Prime last night. It was excellent. Is that a movie, Victoria? Yeah. And if so, is it a horror? Because you guys have given us some good recommendations in the past, so I'll check that out. Remember that one, Jess? Men on Amazon Prime.
You remember it.
You remember it, boy.
What did we miss? Oh, right, yeah. I've never had a particularly ghostly experience, Will. Will says, what is the ghostliest experience you've ever had? I don't recall ever really having a significant ghostly experience.
I think the ghostliest one I've ever had was when I was let's just say I was in a very dark place, in a very dark time in my life, and I was very ill. Let's just say that. And I was in my lounge. I lived in a 16-story block flat, so I was in the lounge, and I was crying my eyes out. I was on my own, and I wiped my eyes and sat back and looked there, and here at my side I could see, I know this sounds weird, a twirling, imagine an indoor whirlwind in slow motion made out of tiny white stars. Saw it in the corner of the room, rubbed my eyes, got worried, thought immediately, death has come for me. And I thought, I can't look at it, so I'm going to look at the window instead, because the window was over there and I knew there was something that would be reflected in the window. So I looked there and it was reflected in the window. Then I looked down at my cat, Doris, and she was staring up into that corner and she hissed. And I ran out of the flat and went down to my friend's Pauline, five doors down.
It's a good move. It's a good move. Definitely.
That's, I think, the good. But my family are full of ghostly experiences. My brother saw crocodiles under his cot when he was a kid. They only realised that he used to scream under his cot, "Warderations, warderations." Couldn't even speak properly, but he could say that word. Warderations, warderations. And they were watching a wildlife program one day, and there were crocodiles on, and he freaked. Warderations, warderations. That's just, my family's full of that. There are so many incidents. My mum's seen so many things over the years. So yeah. Weird.
Alex says, Wurzel scared me as a kid, but I somehow couldn't take my eyes off it. When he turned and smiled at the camera in the opening credits, used to freak me out.
You don't like Wurzel, do you?
Not a fan of Wurzel.
I love Wurzel.
Similar thing, Alex. Used to worry me a little bit before my time, Wurzel, but when I did see snippets and caught bits, I was like, nah, that's not for me. That's not for me. Definitely not.
You put a word after the wheel and a word after roll, word after our, and away we go.
So yeah, what will we watch tonight?
Well, we'll obviously watch at least one episode of TNG.
We may just, in reality, we'll probably watch an episode of TNG and then we'll probably watch episode 2 of The Last of Us.
Yeah,
I'm reckoning.
Yeah,
quite possibly.
Oh, Amanda's getting a kitten soon.
Oh, nice. What was Ashley saying there about 2 minutes? This house we're in right now is haunted, and my old childhood home was also bloody haunted. My sister used to have a swinging clown. What? Above her bed that ended up under her bed every night. No, 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 you don't want that in your life, do you? Ghostly experiences are great. You know, it's almost on a par with a UFO incident, isn't it? You know, where you see something unidentified, or as we're supposed to call them now, unidentified aerial phenomenon. But yeah, that'll probably be our plan. That'll be our plan. So yeah, we've got some time down at the allotment tomorrow, if all goes according to plan and Paul's feeling up to it. We've got all kinds of stuff coming up on the channel in the not too distant future, including, and I'll mention it because we said it right at the start, we're going to be making some hot sauce. We're going to be making some cheese on the channel. That's happening at some point in the not too distant future. There's going to be Doris the drone taking flight in 2023. And we know a lot of our subscribers are really fond of incorporating some of the drone.
It's kind of perfect, really, because we're on 1:29 time, 1 hour 29 minutes and 27 seconds, 30 seconds, and it's usually an hour and a half, isn't it?
Give or take. Yeah.
So we'll give everyone a chance to say goodbye. whilst we get ourselves sorted. Here's the thing, Tracy. I don't believe in ghosts either. Because ghosts, as they are perceived, are conscious beings. I don't believe in that. I believe in recordings. I believe when, I've mentioned this a few times on the channel, when you go through huge periods of emotion, like real strong emotion, that somehow records where you are in that place, and people will sense it moving forward. It might even replay in front of them. That's what I think.
And it's a fair analogy. It's a fair hypothesis.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, yes, massive thank you to Ashley and Leanne for moderating. As always, girls, you rock our world, and you know that.
Every time.
Thank you to every one of you for being here tonight. Thank you to our patrons and our channel members for helping us find this easier to keep doing. And yeah, just thank you. Thank you to you all.
Hey, you know what? Thank you
for being amazing.
Thank you for the 100 thumbs up and likes on the live in 15 minutes. Thanks for breaking the record. That's massively appreciated as well.
Hugely. We'll be back with you live next Friday night, 9 p.m. in the lounge. But before that, you'll probably have an allotment vlog on Monday, the first one of the year. You'll certainly have a meals vlog on Wednesday. And who knows what will fall. Tuesday. Who knows what will fall between that and the following live the week after. Might be summer, might not be. Love you, mister. Love you. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you again very soon, we hope. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Bye, loves.